Let's look at question number 21. Question number 21 says the table below shows the price of different quantities of standard size lemons at Joey's fruit stand. What is the least amount of money needed to purchase exactly 20 standard size lemons if the bags must be sold intact and there is no tax charge for lemons? So we need 20 lemons, so one bag is 12, so let's take one bag of 12. We can take one bag of 6 and we can take two lemons like this. So this is yours, $2.10 plus $1.20 plus 30 cents plus 30 cents. So when you will add all of these numbers, you will end up with your correct answer over here. So you will be ending up with what? You will be ending up $3.90. So option B is the correct answer choice for question number 21. Let's move to question number 22. Question number 22 says the diameter d centimeters of the metal poles good pole manufacturing produces must satisfy the inequality d minus 3 is less than equal to 0.001. What is the maximum diameter in centimeter such a metal pole may have? So we have to find the value of d. So we have been given this is an absolute value inequality. So when I will be solving this, so I will have one inequality like this and another inequality will be this. So this is the condition for maximum. I write over here max, and this is the condition for this is for minimum. Okay. So since we have to find the maximum, I will not even worry about this. I will take care of this one. So we'll add 3 to both the sides. This will be cancelled out, and I will be left over 3.001. Do you see any answer choice which looks like this? Yes. Option choice K is the correct answer for this problem. Let's look at question number 23. Which of the following is a factored form of the expression 5x squared minus 13x minus 6? There are multiple ways to do this. You can factorize this, or you can look at these choices over here. So I will just pick the choice C. So if I multiply this 5x squared plus 3x, this will be minus 10x. So that's not going to work for me. Okay, so let's look over here. B choice, 5x squared minus 3x minus 10x plus 6. So I'm looking at these two signs. Negative times negative will give you negative 2 times negative 3 will give you positive 6, but we have negative 6 over here. That's not going to work for us. Let's see this one. I'm using the distributive property of multiplication over here. 5x squared plus 2x minus 15x. That gives you yes. So I will start with option choice A over here. I'm using what? I'm using the FOIL method for this, or distributive property of multiplication. When I do this, and if I end up with the same answer, then this means choice A will be the correct answer for our question. So I will do distributive property of multiplication. It will be 5x squared. This will be yours 2x, and when you multiply this, it will be yours minus 15x, and this gives you minus 6. These two are like terms, so it is your 5x squared minus 13x minus 6. As you can see, the answer which I got and answer over here, this part over here, both are same. So option choice A is the correct answer for question number 23. So let's go to question number 24. A bag contains 6 red marbles, 5 yellow marbles and 7 green marbles. How many additional red marbles must be added to the 18 marbles already in the bag so that the probability of randomly drawing a red marble is 3 over 5? First of all, we need the formula to find probability of, okay? So probability of an event. So probability of an event, this is a formula. Favorable number of outcomes, favorable number of events over total number of events. So in the first case, what happens is, how many I do have over here? So question is talking about red marbles. So I have 6 red marbles and total is 18. So I will be left with what? 3 times 2, 3 times 6, so 1 over 3. Now the question is saying, in this question it's been saying that we need probability of randomly drawing a red marble should be 3/5, and how many extra marbles we will add. So what I can do is I can start putting these values in my formula over here. Let's start with the first value. So when I will do first value, earlier I was having six balls with 6 red marbles. I added 12, so I need to add the 12 over here. Now, when I will solve this, simplify this, if I am left over with 3/5, then this will be my correct choice. Otherwise, not the correct answer. Okay. So when I will do this over here, it's yours. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 5 is 30. So I left over 3/5. This means what? Option choice F is the correct answer. We were lucky. We just got the correct answer in the first time. Okay, let's go to this problem over here. Question number 25. Which of the following trigonometric equations is valid for side measurement x inches, diagonal measurement y inches, and angle measurement w degrees in the rectangle shown below? Now, this is a concept of your trigonometric ratios. Looking at this angle, this side will be your opposite side, this will be your adjacent side, and this will be your hypotenuse of this triangle. Let's give the name also A, B, and C. So you all know, the mnemonic SOHCAHTOA. So sine, cos, tangent. So this is your opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. So before I do anything, what I will do is I will circle my, okay, so I will circle this over here and I will circle this, because question says which of the following trigonometric equation is valid for side measurement x, inches, diagonal is y, and angle is this. So these two are given to you. So as this question from yourself, this is your opposite over hypotenuse. So what it will be? So it will be your sine w is equal to what? Opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse means what? X over y. So sine w is equal to x over y. Do you see any answer choice? Yes. Option choice D is the correct answer for this problem. Let's move to the next problem. The slope of the line with equations y is equal to ax plus b is greater than the slope of the line with equation y equal to mx plus b. Sorry, y equal to cx plus b. Now you all know standard equation of line and slope intercept form is y equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope. So when I look at these two equations, a is the slope over here and c is the slope. According to this says the slope of the line is greater than the slope of this line. So it is telling me that a will be what? A will be greater than c. Do you see any answer choice? Yes, option choice J is the correct answer for this problem. Now, let's go to question number 27. Min cuts a board. Let me change the color over here. Here you go. Min cuts a board in the shape of a regular hexagon. What is a hexagon? A closed shape which is with 6 sides over there, and founds a nail at an equal distance from each vertex as shown in the figure below. How many rubber bands will she need in order to stretch a different rubber band across each possible pair? So it's kind of easy. You can start from here. So this is your 1 over here, this is your 2 over here, this is your 3, this is your 4, this is your 5. Okay, so like this, what you need to do is you need to do with all of them over here. When you start from this 6, then it's your 7, then it's your 8, then it's your 9. Okay, and then you can use another color for the next one. Let's use this color over here. You can just do over here. So like this, you can do all of these over here, and you should end up with the answer 15. 15 is the correct answer for this problem. Let's look at question number 28. There are 280 runners registered for a race. So total number is what? 280. And the runners are divided into 4 age categories as shown in the table below. The prize committee has 60 prizes to award and wants the prizes to be awarded in proportion to the number of registered. Now this is the part over here. Prizes is 60 to the number of runners registered in each category. how many prizes should be designated for this category. So this is the one which we are looking at, and total number is 280. So first of all, what you should do is, let's find it over here. 120 over 200, 112 over 280, and you multiply this by what? The total number, that's your 60. So you can use your calculator for this, and let's see what is our answer. So let me pull up my calculator. So this is yours. I'm using the fraction button over here. 112 divided by 280 and times 60. I apologize, somebody came into my room. So our answer was 24. As you can see, 24 is the answer over here. So correct answer choice is H for this problem. H, 24 is the correct. So this means 24 prizes should be designated for 26 to 35 age category. So let's look at another question over here. Use the following information to answer questions number 29 to 32. So let me minimize this. Alright. The youth center has installed a swimming pool on level ground. The pool is a right circular cylinder with a diameter of 24 feet. Okay, so what they are saying is, they are saying diameter is 24 feet. So with this, it just comes in my mind, radius will be what? Radius will be yours 12 feet. And a height of 6 feet. A diagram of the pool and an entry ladder is shown below. Let's see the question number 29, what it says. It says, to the nearest cubic foot, what is the volume of water that will be in the pool when it is filled with water to a depth of 5 feet. When they say depth, they mean its height is 5 over here. So we will apply the formula for the volume, and as you can see, they have also given us this formula, pi r square h. Pi and r is your 12. You remember over here, since the diameter is given to us as 24, radius was 12. And h, do keep in mind, you have to take h as 5. So when you type this in your calculator, you will end up with this value over here, 2260, approximately that, 2262. I'll just go like this, approx. So option C is the correct answer choice for this problem over here. Now let's look at question number 30. Do keep in mind, when you are working on this, first of all, you try to solve this on your own, and then look at my work over here. A plastic cover is made for the pool. Now this question number 30 is in continuation to this. Okay, so until 32, all of them will be related to this diagram over here. A plastic cover is made for the pool. The cover will rest on the top of the pool and will include a wedge-shaped flap that makes a 45-degree angle at the center of the cover. As shown in the figure below, a zipper will go one side of the wedge shape. As you can see, this is a zipper over here, and length of the arc. Which of the following is closest to length and feet of the zipper? This means they want us to find this value. You see this one and this one over here. Now, if you remember, this part is what? This part will be a radius. So this is your 12, that's for sure. Okay, we got this radius over here. Now, what is this part over here? Okay, so what is this part over here is, this is 45. Now the whole circle is what? The whole circle is 360 degree. Area of the whole circle is 360 degree. So first thing what you should do is divide 360 by 45 degree. If you do this, what you will end up with? You will end up with this part over here. What is this section over? You will get, what you will get this part over here. Okay, so when we divide this, we should end up with 8 over here. Okay, this means this part is what? This part is 1/8 of what? The whole circumference over here. Or simple word, I should do, I think I did the wrong way. I should have done like this, so it becomes easy. Okay, so this part is what? This part is 45 over 360 of this whole circle, of the circle. So when I will do it, I will end up with what? 1/8 of circumference. Alright, so now what is the formula for? So our new formula becomes 1/8 times circumference. What is circumference? Circumference formula is 2 pi r. or you can use pi d also. I'll just write 2 pi r. So we will let's substitute the values over here. 2 times pi, just take it like this, and radius is yours 12. Okay, it's over here also. So when you type this in your calculator, let's see what our calculator gives the answer. And do keep in mind to add final answer 12 in your answer over there. Don't forget to add 12, otherwise we'll end up with the wrong answer. So this is your 1. I don't want to write 1. I'll write 2 times pi. Let's take this pi over here, times 12, and you divide this by 8. So our answer is what? 3 pi or 9.424. And I said to add what? Add 12 to your answer. So let's see what is our answer. Should be approximate 21.42. This means I will go with answer choice G as your answer. So this is your answer. I'll just write over here 20.42. That's the length of this plus this part over. Two hoses are used to fill the pool. Twice as many gallons of water per minute flow through one of the hoses as through the other. Both hoses had been on for 12 hours and had filled the pool to the 4-foot mark when the hose with the faster flow stopped working. The hose with the slower flow then finished filling the pool to a 5-foot mark. Which of the following graph shows the relationship between the time spent filling the pool and height of the water in the pool? So let's first of all understand these graphs. What are these graphs over here? What this graph is showing you, this graph is showing you a slower rate of change. I'll write over here slower rate of change. What about this part? You can see this is going up over here. So this is what? This is your rate of change, but this is greater rate of change. So I'll write over here greater rate of change. Now when I come to the second one over here, as you can see, it is you can see, height. See, look here, height was over here and it is going down. So this means what? Water level is decreasing or dropping. You can say water level is decreasing. Okay, so let's go to the next one over here. Now it says next one, in this case, if you look over here, it's just a straight line over here. A straight line means constant. What it means? It means constant rate of change. Right over here, constant rate of change. Now this is not the case. One is fast, one is slow. So always keep in mind. If you look over here, the initial height was here, then it's going down to 0 height. This means what? Water level is decreasing. Alright, again over here, water level is decreasing or height is decreasing. This means this cannot be the correct answer. So by now we know B, C and D are not the correct answer. Let's go to the last one over here. Last one says, now in this case you can see this one is going super fast, okay, and this one is going at a slower rate, but both of them are going up. Okay, so this is what? Greater rate of change. And this one is slower rate of change. So by looking at this, I came to the conclusion that option E is the correct answer for this question. So option E is the correct answer. So let's go to question number 32 now. The directions for assembling the pool state that the ladder should be placed at 75 degrees relative to the level ground. So this means if my ladder is this and this is my ground over here, this angle will be what? 75 degrees. And let's make it connected over here. Alright, which of the following expression involving tangent gives the distance in feet that the bottom of the ladder, so this is the bottom of the ladder, should be placed away from the bottom edge of the pool in order to comply with the direction? Okay, so if this is my X over here, this is over here, so this will be my opposite side, okay, and this will be my what? Adjacent side. Alright, so let me erase this over here. This will be my adjacent side. Now you might have to go back and check, did they give us anything else in the question when we are talking about this? So if you look over here, this is your ladder, but this is your 6. So I think they gave me this value as 6. So I will come back over here and our opposite side will be what? This will be my 6. and adjacent side is my x over here, and that's my hypotenuse over here. So A, B, and C. So what is your tangent? Tangent is yours. All right, over here, tangent 75 degree will be what? Opposite over adjacent 6 over x. Now, what we can do over here, since you have to find the value of x, I will cross multiply. So it will be x times tangent 75 is equal to 6, or the value of x is what? 6 over tangent 75 degree. Do we have any answer choice which looks like this? Yes. Option choice F is the correct answer for this problem.